It is becoming ever more certain that the 2034 World Cup will be hosted by Saudi Arabia, a desert country in the Middle East, and let's just say that football is not their expertise. But their attempts of sports washing don't end there, with the Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia purchasing a majority stake in Newcastle United, and now their most recent attempt at trying to create a positive image for their country, the Saudi Pro League, offering insane amounts of money to any player who has decided that they want to end their career early. But in my eyes, it's just a huge front. With 4 clubs owned by the Saudi government: Al-Nassr, Al-Hilal, Al-Ittihad, and Al-Ali. These teams all have star-studded lineups with the world's biggest names, such as Cristiano Ronaldo, Karim Benzema, N'Golo Kante, Neymar, and Riyad Mahrez, to name a few. But the rest of the league heavily lacks in quality, and it seems as though their investments aren't going as planned, because the Saudi Pro League still has a small viewership number even with all these stars. Still, their attempts have seen no bounds, and just now we have seen them pursue their mission of having a good global image when Saudi Arabia would buy the rights to host the Turkish Super Cup final between the Turkey's 2 biggest teams, Galatasaray and Fenerbahce. Say what you want about Turkey, but you can't argue the fact that the rivalry between Galatasaray and Fenerbahce is one of the best in football in history. With outstanding passion and years of history, these 2 teams come to mind when mentioning the best rivalries in football. So when the footballing calendar matched these clubs twice in a span of 5 days, many football lovers were excited to see who would come out on top right before the dawn of the new year. The first matchup would come in a league match where both find themselves neck and neck in a title race. The match would be a tightly contested performance with 7 yellow cards coming out and a wild 45 foul calls. The ball would only be in play for 43 minutes. The match would end a safe 0-0. The antics wouldn't end there, with social media blowing up, especially after Icardi's black eye picture, which was posted by many. Even Edin Dzeko was in the mix, calling out journalist Fabrizio Romano, and seeing the tensions rise would excite everybody for the following affair, which was supposed to take place just 5 days later, but this time a trophy would be on the line. And this wasn't just a normal trophy. The year is 2023, and exactly 100 years ago, the modern Republic of Turkey was founded by Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, who also served as the country's first ever president from 1923 to his passing in 1938. To this day, he is a very well respected and well known figure in Turkey, and is seen as the country's founding father as well as the national hero. So the choice to play the Super Cup final in another country on the 100th anniversary of the founding of Turkey was already an unpopular decision by many Turkish people. Still, the country's FA, the TFF, had decided that the money was too good to ignore, and it would be planned to play the game in Saudi Arabia's capital city, Riyadh, on December 29th. However, things didn't go as planned for the Saudis. Leading up to the match, fans outside the stadium wouldn't be allowed to wear custom jerseys and bring in signs showing affection to the founding father of their country. And the suppression wouldn't end there, as they also said that the Turkish national anthem wouldn't be played at the beginning of the match, as well as clubs not being able to wear t-shirts during the warm-up with a photo of Atatürk. Now first off, I want to say to the Turkish FA that your organization is run terribly. Did no one think to ask any questions on what would be allowed and what wouldn't? Also, why would the Super Cup, which is being played on the 100th anniversary year of our country, not be played in Turkey? Once you saw the bags of money they were offering, you took it right away, selling out the nation's values. And now getting past that quick rant, many countries and teams would have stayed quiet, played the match, gotten their millions, and left. However, Galatasaray and Fenerbahce had decided to take a stand, refusing to play, and not leaving their hotels because of the ban of all things including their country's national hero Atatürk. They would go on and leave the country, deciding to postpone the match to a later date, and the Saudi Arabian government obviously wasn't too happy, with some reports coming out saying that they wouldn't let planes take off. But eventually they would get home safely. Finally, someone had decided to take a stand and not just shut up and get paid. They showed that some things will never be bought. This move would unite the country, with many clubs all over Turkey offering to host the Super Cup final, including Beşiktaş. So to Galatasaray and Fenerbahce, thank you for standing up and realizing that money isn't more important than morals, especially in the Turkish economic crisis, where I know both clubs definitely needed the cash. And hopefully this can send a precedent throughout the footballing world that not everything needs to be bought and owned by billionaires. And to FIFA, hopefully they could realize that giving the World Cup bid to Saudi Arabia just reeks of corruption and greed. So in conclusion, Saudi Arabia paid the TFF to host the Turkish Cup final, but blatantly tried suppressing the nation's first president, Atatürk. And instead of staying quiet, Fenerbahce and Galatasaray decided to protest and not play, putting morals above money. But what did you think? Did Galatasaray and Fenerbahce make the right decision? Should Saudi Arabia be the hosts of the 2034 World Cup? Please let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe, as I'll be making more videos just like this one.